9. We're going to call the Redevelopment Agency meeting of July 20th, 2016 to order. Good morning. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for our hearing impaired viewers. Please note, customers of CenturyLink, you may view this program in high definition on channel 1002, and some customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel 69.9. The redevelopment meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the internet at www.lasvegasnevada.gov. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler systems. If the alarm should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exit at the back of the chambers out to the mezzanine. Proceed out the double doors to the terrace and down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance once outside. Assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related items on the agenda, citizen participation and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to the city clerk. Card, that's wonderful, the mouth isn't working with the brain. Our cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone's present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please see our city clerk staff up front. If you parked in the parking garage across the street, please be sure to have your ticket validated by our security officers when exiting. We'll move on to agenda item number 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. We'll set the time at 1 minute. Hearing and seeing no one, we'll move on to agenda item 4. For possible action to approve the final minutes by reference to the regular redevelopment agency meeting of June 1, 2016. Mayor Pro Tem, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the minutes, Mayor.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve. Please vote and please post. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Agenda item 5, RA 6-2016. Discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program CVIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Gerby Investments 1 LLC located at 1007 South Main to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000, RDA Special Revenue Fund Redevelopment Area Ward 3 with Councilman Coffin. This item is related to Council Agenda Item 56 R-30-2016. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mayor Goodman, members of the City Council and Redevelopment Agency Board. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. With me this morning is Dawn Gerby and Anthony Luzzi, representing the applicant. This project is part of our visual improvement program where the Redevelopment Agency makes improvements to the exterior of commercial properties in our downtown area to enhance the overall business viability of the area. This property is in downtown in Ward 3, located at 1007 to 1009 South Main Street, just south of Coolidge. The property is roughly 4,000 square feet and will house 2 fine arts tenants, one of whom is here with us this morning. The applicant is Gerby Investments, and one of the two tenants is Anthony Luzzi of Bash Fine Art. This is located in the Arts District and will continue the business activity in the Arts District. The property owner already has made improvements to the interior and is now looking to do improvements to the exterior, seeking to renovate the exterior of the facility to enhance and add to the profitability of the current tenants, as well as increase further rental desirability. And is also helping, given the main commerce construction and the improvements, to help stabilize tenants at this location. The owner will be installing commercial-grade aluminum patio cover, modifying the front Main Street entrance, replacing a chain-link fence with an iron gate, and removing asphalt in the yard area, replacing it with colored concrete and exposed aggregate. The applicant is eligible for a $25,000 visual improvement program reimbursement, given the investment of $50,000, and there will be a facade easement to make sure the property is maintained for 5 years. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Doran Gerby to talk a little bit more about the project, and I'll show a visual of what the property looks like today, as well as what the property will look like with some of the improvements that are to be made.
Good morning, Doran Gerby. I'm the owner of 1009 and 1007 property in Main Street. As we know, the construction on Main Street, it's going to be a pretty long thing. I'm just all for the construction on Main Street, but it's very hard for the tenants to do anything. So I like the back First Street door to have a back door, 2 sliding doors, and it's to be welcomed from the back area for First Street. And like he explained, the patio and the cement concrete and the iron fence that's going to be around it, it's just going to make people inviting atmosphere to come in from the back, and it's going to help tremendously the tenants that I have in there. There are art galleries trying to do some business over there. That's about it. If you got any questions.
I'd just like to ask, all things being equal, what is your time frame on construction and being open?
Any time that I get the approval for you, with your help, I will start working on it tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions, comments? I'm going to turn it over to Councilman Coffin then, please.
Thank you, Mr. Gerby, excuse me. And, I just want to ask a question of your tenant, Mr. Luzzi. What kind of art, again, do you feel like you'll be showing there?
I have a fine art gallery. Some of the council members are actually visited. Mayor Goodman's been there. We had a ribbon cutting, and thank you very much, because your office was incredibly helpful. Felipe was fantastic in accomplishing that. My approach is a true fine art gallery. I represent a genre of artists in the contemporary arena of fine art that runs the gamut from what's referred to as pop surrealism to contemporary portraiture and the like. I highly recommend you come and visit us. We made tremendous improvements to the interior. It's really a pleasant space. I'm happy to be there right now. And with the exterior improvements, I think not only is it going to be an enhancement to the neighborhood, which is our intention, but it'll definitely help the prosperity of the business. I truly look forward to the development of Main Street, because that's going to be quite an asset. But during the interim, we have a bit of a challenge, to be honest with you. This improvement, especially in the rear of the building, like Mr. Gerby was saying, in regards to having access from First Street, is paramount to the success of our business, I feel. And it will also provide an opportunity to have a number of special events that can take place there. Example being, next month, I'm doing a fundraising benefit show with the Deacon Jones Foundation to raise capital for scholarships for needy students. These are the type of events that we want to bring into it. And the more enhanced the property is, the more chance we have getting the people who are going to support those types of events. So that's why I'm here today, to really get your support that we can get this done, because it means a lot to not only the neighborhood but also to the prosperity of the business.
Well, thank you for choosing downtown, and also thank you for being farsighted enough to recognize that First Street is going to be the easier way to get in there for a while, and that you're going in with your eyes open. This money, should we approve it, is provided actually through the city by the other taxpayers in downtown who are in the redevelopment area. Your property, Mr. Garby. Mr. Gerby. Why am I saying that? I don't understand. Anyway, the point is, it is part of their money that they've paid into a fund which goes out and helps fix the downtown area where they live. If they help you, you will be helping somebody else too.
Absolutely.
So this is a joint venture, really, in a sense.
It's a win-win, absolutely.
That's how the real estate tax works for redevelopment. So I don't know if anybody else has any questions, but I'm ready to move. Thank you. Then, Your Honor, I will now move for approval of this item.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Wonderful. There's a motion to approve on agenda item RA 62016. Please vote and please post. Your brief opening was wonderful. We're so proud, and that motion carries. Thank you. Good luck. We look
Thank you
forward
so
to the
much.
event.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Oren. Okay, moving on to agenda item 6, discussion for possible action to amend the City of Las Vegas redevelopment plan for redevelopment area Ward 2 to delete one parcel from the area and make other technical adjustments. Redevelopment area 2, Ward 1, with Councilwoman Tarkanian.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, for the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This item is a requested amendment to our redevelopment area 2 plan by Station Casinos. There was a letter submitted for the record, and we'd like to put a new letter for the record that was addressed to our office from Mr. Matthew Heinhold, who is Senior Vice President and General Counsel of Station Casinos. And the letter reads, as discussed with Mr. Rich Atkins last week, NP Palace LLC would like to remove from the redevelopment area all relevant portions of parcel number 162-08-602-005. We are preparing to submit applications to the City of Las Vegas Department of Planning and Development, which necessitates the uniformity of all parcels under our ownership. We would request that any notifications regarding hearings or meetings regarding this request be sent both to me and to our consultant, Ms. Terry Murphy, at the following address: 1930 Village Center Circle, number 3-391, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89134. We also would appreciate email notification at mheinhold@fertitta.com, tmurphy@strategicsolutionsnv.com. Please contact Ms. Murphy at 702-683-8550 with any questions and updates as to timeline. Thank you in advance for your response. So I'd like to submit that as part of the record. This item is really being requested to accommodate Station Casinos moving forward with some improvements and renovations to the Palace Station property on Sahara, which is adjacent to our redevelopment area 2. One of the parcels, and if I could get help from the back on using the overhead, one of the parcels that Station Casinos owns is in the redevelopment area. That parcel is highlighted in red. The other parcels that Station owns that you can see fairly clearly on the aerial map to the south and to the west of that parcel are not in the redevelopment area. That red parcel is in the redevelopment area 2. And in order to accommodate the land use application, specifically a general plan amendment as well as a rezoning and special use permit, there has to be uniformity with land use and with zoning. And because of that, all of Station Casinos property either has to be in the redevelopment area or out of the redevelopment area. And Station Casinos is requesting that this one parcel that is in be removed from the area. During the 2015 legislative session, there were changes to NRS 279 adopted, and there is need to incorporate some legislative changes in redevelopment area 2 to be consistent with what is happening in redevelopment area 1. These do not impact the applicant or any other property owners in the area, but is simply matching the policy of area 1 with area 2. And those changes are as follows: development, capitalization, and administration of a revolving loan fund for lending purposes, page 8 and page 28 of the plan. And again, this is not spending money or setting a new program, but it's merely policy. Technical adjustments to language regarding the employment plan, pages 13 to 16. Applicants for building permits are advised that their site is located within redevelopment area 2, page 21. And the city may request that agency comment on an application for a building permit. Agency review will be advisory only, page 23. These practices we're already doing for the entire redevelopment area, but when we did the redevelopment area 2 plan amendment, that was done prior to the most recent legislative changes. And so this is really catch-up language to make sure our area 1 and area 2 is consistent. With respect to this application, we did not see any negative impact to the redevelopment area 2 or any of the surrounding area. We are recommending approval. With us today is Ms. Terry Murphy, representing the applicant, if you have any questions of the applicant. Following the item today, we will, in order to effectuate this, have a city council public hearing, which we're tentatively scheduled for August 3rd, and then it will be adopted by an ordinance process beginning on August 17th and concluding on September 21st of this year. With that, I'd be glad to answer any questions you may have.
If I might ask of you, what are the color differentiations? What's the gray?
So the light gray or light purple that's shaded is our redevelopment area 2. The properties that are not shaded are outside of the redevelopment area. Properties that are shaded are inside the redevelopment area. There's an additional red overlay for that parcel, so the red parcel actually has that shading as well. So the redevelopment area includes all of that light shading as well as the red parcel. That's what sits today on our books.
And does not include the apartments on Teddy Drive coming south of Sahara then, correct? Which is to the north of the gray or purple area? See those apartments
correct.
up there? That's not redevelopment.
So Teddy is running north-south?
Yes. Right. So those apartments right in there, they are not included in redevelopment area 2.
Correct. And the property, everything behind Teddy and then north of Kingsway is not in the redevelopment area. And just to be abundantly clear, we are not, with this action, adding any additional land into the redevelopment area. So any property, in other words, any property that is not shaded is not being impacted whatsoever by this action.
And my second question and last question is, are those properties to the west of and north of the redevelopment area 2, are those within the city or are those county?
All of that property is within the city of Las Vegas.
Okay, thank you. Questions, anyone? Thank you, Mr. Arndt. Councilwoman.
The Stations Casino is going into a big, beautiful development in that area. And as they went to look at the land that would fit there, they found that they had that small corner, as you could see, and it's a parking lot. It's a parking lot where now they have big trucks park their vehicles overnight. So it has no implication whatsoever on the residents around there or on our RDA. And I don't know how it got in the RDA in the first place, but it did. And so I move to approve the item.
Thank you very much. There's a motion to approve. Please vote and please post. That motion carries. Was there anything, Ms. Murphy, that you cared to ask or add to this just for informational purposes? Because people do watch it on its repeats.
Good morning, and Mayor and Council. Just to say thank you for giving us the boost we need to help with our plan, which will be coming to you in September. We'll go to the Planning Commission in early August, come to you in September, and hope to get moving as quickly as we can.
Right. And you'll repeat your name for our record, please.
My name is Terry Murphy. My apologies.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Arndt. Thanks. Okay, we will now move on to agenda item 7, citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited also to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless the subject is on the agenda scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speakers allowed, may be limited. Anyone wishing to speak under the second public hearing? Hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item 8. Agency member recognition. Comments made by individual agency members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the agency unless the subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. Is there any member of the Redevelopment Agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Quiet? Okay. Any other comments? Goodness gracious, it's summertime. Hearing none, the Redevelopment Agency is adjourned, and we will start our City Council meeting at 9 sharp. Thank you.